Yeah, we're gonna break some bread here.
Welcome to the podcast. We're breaking bread. I don't have any wine or grape juice, so I'm instead drinking water. I hope that's a good substitute for y'all. Anyways,
you're gonna have to cut all this out. I hope you know that.
I'm your host.
We're gonna have to cut all this out, right?
And that's your host. And today we're breaking bread.
The host's name is. We're gonna have to cut all this out.
Yeah, dude. This is like toast bread. Like, this is like it's some good stuff. I don't know what it is. It's some good stuff.
So I think for my birthday, what we're gonna do a cook-off. Me versus Mr. Brown.
Easy.
You think? I think if I do my breakfast specialties like my French toast.
You should add your own special twist to the French stuff.
Well, that's what I do.
Okay. What are you gonna do then? Like, is it gonna be Italian mixed with Korean? Is it gonna be like...
What are you going on about?
A taco? I'm trying to figure out what your spin is.
You'll figure it out when my birthday comes around.
So it's gonna be like...
It's gonna be good. Did you take your time?
Yeah, hold on. There's some good stuff.
There's
I
more.
need napkin. That was some good butter. Wait, psych. I tricked you.
I'm gonna eat you alive.
Guys, cannibalism is a sin.
Do not be.
I don't condone cannibalism.
I don't condone it either. I'm still going to eat him, but I'm not gonna.
Well, I can't even defend it at that point. It'll come through a line. Oh.
Oh.
Don't worry, guys. I prayed before I finished.
That's good. That's really good.
Are you sure the butter didn't make that? Because that was some like... Did you make the butter and then the butter made the bread? Or did you make the bread and the butter came with it?
I make the butter and the butter did the bread. So when the butter did the bread, I did the butter. Okay.
So the bread is not the butter, but the butter is in the bread.
Yes, the butter is induced in the bread.
And that just sums up the Holy Spirit for y'all.
Thank you for watching the podcast today.
That's not it. Come on, we're going to get into some deep stuff. I just need to drink some water.
Would you like another piece?
Not until the lesson's over. Alright. Hold on.
Today's topic, slavery.
Alright, we're at the 3-minute mark. I'm going to make a note of that.
We're going to cut here, restart, refresh. Everyone's got a little bit of bread in them.
We're going to get that daily bread in.
Yep, we're going to cut in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to this podcast episode of Watch Over. I'm your host, One, and...
I'm Dos.
Yes.
Me,
Trace.
if you're Japanese.
You, if you're Chinese.
Black, if you're me.
Brazil, if you're Portuguese.
Brazil. Did you spend that whole time thinking of a joke? You were like...
No, I wasn't thinking about it, but then I was like, wait a minute. This episode today is going to be about backsliding. So, I wrote down some verses here. The first thing I want to start off with is what backsliding is. So, I'm going to go to these definitions. Let's see what we got. Here we go. This is from Word Nick. It is an adjective.
Adjective. Yeah, we're high school graduates.
In fact, actually,
we know exactly what we're doing.
Slipping back, falling back into sin or error. Sinning. Second is sliding back, and then the noun is the act of one who backslides abandonment of faith or duty. 2 is an occasion on which one backslides, especially in a moral sense. 3, a failure to maintain a higher state. And then the verb is the present participle of backslide. No, is that? Yeah.
Take your time. English is harder now.
No, it's difficult, but it's not hard. Let's see, you got ranks here. You have easy, normal, hard, very hard, challenging, very challenging, expert, expert plus. What was the word you said? Difficult?
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't fall in there. Never mind.
All right. As you can clearly see, we're professionals here.
Let's kick it off with Luke 9:6-2. Actually, let me give you some background on this parable.
Maybe tell them what the episode's about.
I did.
You did it. You just started going. You just give them a definition. Like, tell them what we're going to be talking about. You know.
The topic of today's episode is backsliding.
Backsliding, right?
And as we've read, it is about slipping away from faith, falling away from that disbelieving. You know, not being as into it as you once were. So now we're going to go into the Gospels. I'm going to turn to Matthew. Let's see. Matthew 20. And I'm going to try to read all this in the New King James. If that doesn't pop up, I'll do it in a different way. So, in here, this is a parable of the workers in the vineyard. So, I'll just start reading. Verse 1. For the kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out early in the morning to hire laborers for his vineyard. So, he's comparing the kingdom of heaven to the lords. You know, landlord, you know. So, Jesus is going out early in the morning to hire people for his, garden, his farm. So that's what he compares the believers to, the disciples, farmers, you know. So that just gives you background on what we're going to read next in Luke 9:6-2. This, let me find the New King James. Okay, they only have the King James. That's good.
Good enough. It's good enough.
Yeah, this is older English. I feel like we should not use older English books. I'm working on this new episode. I'm never gonna try to work on an episode this long ever again. Not the podcast episode, but on a video. Man, it's taken me 3 weeks because I had to read some books, and then now I'm compiling everything together. It takes some time, I'll say, but I think it's going to be worth it when it comes out.
It'll definitely be.
Anyways, Luke 9:6-2 in the KJV. And Jesus said unto him, no man having put his hands to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of God. When he says looking back, he means turning back. He means you're working and then you're like, you know what? I don't really want to do this anymore. This is too hard. This walk isn't for me. He says those people are not fit for the kingdom of God. That's crazy, right? So now we're going to learn a deeper explanation of that in 2 Peter. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let me find this. Where are you at? 2 Peter chapter 2. Let me see what translation this is. King James as well, great. Oh man, let's see if I have it in me. 2 Peter 2, verse 20. Chapter 2, verse 20 through 22. Let's see what this says. For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, they are again entangled therein and overcome, the latter end is worse with them than the beginning. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than, after they have known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. But it is happened unto them according to the true proverb, the dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the sow that was washed to her wallowing in the mire. He's saying it is better for you to not even know about Christianity and die than it would be for you to leave the commandments of God after believing in Jesus Christ and turning away from the faith and all that. Also, a word for that is apostatizing. Apostatizing means to, turn, to leave the faith, to abandon it. He's saying, because, I'm just putting this out there, you look at I feel like some people in this world are just dooming themselves even more. This is why this is a hard road, because if you backslide and totally give up on it, you're going to be in a much worse state than you were when you have originally not even known him, when you were just a sinner, in a sense. So we're going to read about that. This is also going to be one of Jesus' parables. Let's go to... Oh, are you kidding me? I looked this up and it just gives me something completely different. Here we go. Matthew 12. I'm finally the New King James. Here we go. This is my favorite version. It's just much easier to read and accurate at the same time. Here we go. Matthew 12, 43 through 45. When an unclean spirit goes out of a man, he goes through dry places, seeking rest, and finds none. Then he says, I will return to my house from which I came. This is describing you as a house for some reason. And when he comes, he finds it empty, swept, put in order. Then he goes and takes with him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. So shall it also be with this wicked generation. What he's describing here is when an unclean spirit goes out of a man, so that means you have left sin, because demons cause sin, you left that sin, you abandoned it, you kicked it out. He goes through dry places seeking rest and finds none. Then he says, I will return to my house from which I came. And when he comes, he finds it empty, swept, and put in order. Why does it say empty, y'all? You're supposed to be filled with, God's Spirit. But in this case, whoever is the house is empty of that. They don't have it. But their house is swept and put in order. That means Jesus came in, renovated, cleaned up their house. But because it's empty, then he, the Spirit, goes and takes with him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter and dwell there. So what happens is you enter the faith, you backslide, and then you leave. What's happening is when you leave, that spirit comes back with 7 more spirits, even more wicked than the last. That's crazy, right? And I can't really explain to you why that happens, but that is just not a good place in your life to be, right? So that's, the risk if you backslide. You really have to be dedicated to this. If you're not ready for it, don't get into it, basically. So now we're going to Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 7:8. Let's see what this says. I'm going to read it in the... it's not in the New King James. Where is it? Revised Standard Version. Do not commit a sin twice. Even for one, you will not go unpunished. God's going to forgive you, but that doesn't mean you're not going to be punished. Oh, it's okay. I'll just leave the faith. Jesus got me. I've already done all the work I need to do for him. I'll just live my life in sin. No. Solomon is saying, don't commit a sin twice. Even for one, you will not go unpunished. It's just right there. Like, one lesson already enough. You don't need to get a spanking twice. You know what I'm saying? Some people do. You can see that. You know, I've been having to... There's some sins I had to get out that I've done multiple times and have been punished for each time. But I still did them because I was... not to hyperbolate the term out of control. You know, when you think of out of control, you think of angry or whatnot. No, it's just like I was just a prisoner to that sin. You know what I'm saying? So now I've shown you a real simple lesson about the dangers of backsliding away from God's commandments, right? You read in Peter, those who knew Christ and left him will be worse off than if they never knew Christ. We read that. So now I'm going to get into a different topic. This is for all my JWs out there. I've been doing some conversation pieces. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be part 2. This is going to be debunking that one JW belief. That's going to be the title, right? 2 parts. So first thing I'm going to do is turn to Isaiah chapter 9. I believe it's verse 6. You see this in the New King James. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulders, and his name will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Notice that, Mighty God, Everlasting Father. It's talking about Jesus Christ because it says, unto us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulders. We saw that in the Gospels, right? So now let's turn, actually let me just double this down. Let me show y'all what this means in the original language, if I could find it. Let's see this. Go to here.
So if you go here, right, and then you take a left, so what you want to do next, right? Right here? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now take that.
You're not...
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
No, it's okay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
What?
Let me know when you see it.
Okay.
There it is.
I don't know what you're doing, but anyways, we have God, which is the word... what language? Okay. It's the word El, and it's 410 in the English. Let me see this. Right. Okay. And then we have the word mighty, which is, oh man, Gibor, 5703. So we're gonna check out this. I'm on BibleHub.com right now. I wish I just brought my own Strong's exhaustive concordance because I don't know how they sort those, but
there's like 2 Bibles right there, right?
But they don't have Strong's numbers in there. So now we're going to Psalms 50, the New King James. Just one verse. I mean, I could. Yeah, I'll read a verse 4. The mighty one, God the Lord has spoken and called the earth from the rising of the sun to its going down. Okay, notice mighty one, God the Lord. This is the same word used to, the same word mighty is God, which is the same 410. And then we have also Elohim, which is 430. I'm trying to look for that strong word. Where is it at? I don't know how to read this language.
What language are you looking at?
It's the Hebrew. But it's like backwards, so I have to just flip through until I find it. I showed two JWs this, and they were just speechless. They're like, I don't know what to say to this. So, and then one of them ended up saying, yeah, Jesus is God, so praise God. You know what I'm saying? I give up. Mighty's not important. What's important is that God word. It's the same word used in Isaiah 9:6, right? So, now I'm going to read from verse 2 to 4. Actually, I'll just read it again at verse 1. The Mighty One, God the Lord, has spoken and called the earth from the rising of the sun to its going down. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God will shine forth. Our God shall come and shall not keep silent. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous all around him. He shall call to the heavens from above and to earth, that he may judge his people. Okay. These people, the Hebrews, were expecting God to come down. That's what we're getting from this. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God will shine forth. And then he says in verse 5, gather my saints together to me, those who have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. So this is sort of like, you know, what Jesus does. I'm just gonna say it, right? Pardon my French. And then you can read in John 1:1. Here we go. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. There you go. And then he came down to earth, became 100% human, and then got lifted back up. Like that. You know what I'm saying? And throughout the Gospels, he called himself the Son of God. And the reason that's significant is because in the Hebrew culture, they understood things like if you're the son of something, you are that thing. As if you're the son of some animal, you're going to be that animal, right? They didn't really believe in evolution. So now you can see this evidence in Acts 5:30. The God of our fathers raised up Jesus, whom you murdered by hanging on a tree. Did Jesus hang on a tree, y'all? No, he got hung on a cross, but they call it a tree because they call it that because they believe whatever you came from, that's what you are. So, you know, if you're the Son of God, then you're God. That's just how, and Jesus had a Hebrew worldview. So, when it was significant every time he called himself the Son of God, because all the Hebrews were like, oh, he's saying he's God. Sure, pal. That's where I'm going with this. Let's see. That's like 4 verses. That's it.
You good? You okay?
Yeah. No, but I told that to someone, and then they just didn't know what to do. They just ignored it. Like, okay, pal.
Are you using your physics notebook?
From 8th grade, yeah.
Physics notebook from 8th grade.
I'm not using it for anything else, you know?
No, I agree with that. I have a lot of old books that are like used for writing.
Yeah. Speaking of that, this book better come out soon. I say that.
I know you literally texted me that, and I'm like, okay, where is it?
Yeah.
Still waiting. I was reading it though. I love the start. Like the start was super good. Like I was intrigued. I was sitting there. I was like, oh, I'm gonna read this.
Praise God. That's awesome.
It sounded super good.
Thank you. Appreciate that. See, because I learned something about art, and I want y'all to write notes, but it's a balancing act. Don't care about what you're writing, but care about what you're writing. I realized through music, which I'm dipping my toes in again. You know, I'm not 100% in because I have to finish what I started first, and then I'll get back into it if I feel like it. I learned that my best lyrics are stuff I just do half awake. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It was
I don't know about that one.
You'd be surprised, dude. Like, there'll be songs that I write in 5 minutes, and I'm just like, dude, this is my favorite song I wrote.
No, I get that.
Like, just totally not thinking about it at all, just having fun with it, you know what I'm saying? And it just naturally just comes out. And that's sort of, again, it's a balancing act. I sort of did that with my book, and then I totally like changed the second part, and then I keep going back and adding more stuff in it consciously. But at the same time, I'm not thinking too, I already wrote the story. I just need to expand the story. Like, I already wrote a sort of, not a storyboard, but a summary of the story, so I know what beats to hit. It was just a matter of me hitting them and then doing it with elegance. And that's all I really focused on. Everything else, I was just like, it's all already figured out. I don't need to deal with that part.
Right. I mean, I think it's interesting because like, you bring up like the 5-minute writing music thing. And I've written songs like just being in my bed. Like one time it was like raining and thundering, and I was like, that's a good song idea. So I wrote it, and I sung it a little bit, and I was like, that could work. But also, like, I also think like writing music is really difficult. Writing good music is difficult because you have to. It's like, I think you have to do it a lot more than like you can make your best beat the first time you make a beat, because it's really just what sounds good.
Yeah.
But lyrics, even though they sound good, like trying to implement them into a song is ridiculously hard, because it's just like
it's like adding a whole other synth to the song.
Yeah, you can't even just it has to flow.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, so it's just I think that's why I have such distaste for like, you know, for like rap music and things like that, because it's just like they don't put any effort into writing their songs. It's all just like, what can I put down on this paper?
that sounds good.
That just sounds like, you know, just ridiculous.
Singing does take a lot more talent than just talking fast. Like,
right.
I'm gonna be honest, because with singing, you do really have to stick to the beat more than just the tempo. You have to get it rhythmically correct. What noise would fit so well with this melody?
What tone can I put on this beat to where I'm, you know?
Yeah, there's some artist I listened to, and I heard his song. The first time he sung on like some rock and roll song, I was like, man, you should just stick to rapping.
Yeah, you know, it's just yeah.
Stick to country, dude.
I don't understand. I think it's, like I said,
it's everything. You have to get the tone right, the mood right, the rhythm right.
And if you don't, like, you just sounds off. Like, if one of those things are off, then your whole thing's off.
You want to know I'm gonna quote something. This quote has been flung around for a long time, so I don't really know who the original person who said it is, because everyone who's I've read said it says they stole it from someone else. So it's one of those. I don't know.
No, I got it from this guy. Well, that guy just said he got it from that guy, and that guy just said he got it from that guy.
And here's what's so special about it too. It's so funny. It says, "Good poets copy, but great poets steal. A bad poet copies without cohesion, or what was it? Without cohesive meaning, or whatever it was." And that hit me, because it's like, yeah, we don't create anything new. We just take different ideas and put them together.
Right.
I don't know how much rap you've heard, but a lot of it is just combining two ideas and putting it into one bar. And it's like, wow, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, no, it's literally like I've been saying this for like, I don't know, probably all my life. It's just like, they keep saying the same thing over and over.
Dude, I feel like that's human music.
No, but I think like some music, like, it's just like, it's like there's some music that's just so refreshing to hear, because it's just like you sit there and you're like, yes, maybe I've heard, you know, an uplifting song or something like that, but the lyrics that they put in the song kind of gives its own, like, you don't, like, it gives its own personality, and it makes it seem like, you know what, hey.
You know, I wanted to do a video on this, because this was super inspiring. What the Bible does talk about how to make music. Let me just share one verse with you. It better pop up, please. Are you kidding me? Here we go. Oh my gosh, it pops up. That's incredible.
Come on.
I wanted to save this for something else, but in the topic, we went from backsliding JWs to this.
Sliding on the beat.
Sliding on the beat. Yeah. Okay. Revised Standard Version. C-Rock 40 verses 21 to 22. I want every person who's interested in making music hear this. The flute and the harp make pleasant melody, but a pleasant voice is better than both. And okay, verse 22 doesn't say anything about music. But he was so right, because when I said that, I was like, why do I like these songs more than these songs? And it's because of the vocals. But then sometimes the beat carries. Sometimes the beat carries more than the vocals, but I won't add those songs.
Nah.
I'm just saying, like, I listen to some of these people, they make, like, the worst beats super heat. Like, they, like, just from their vocal performance, like, they get so into it and so enthusiastic. It's like, I don't even care about the beat anymore. I'm just like, hey, this is actually, like, a club mix. But like,
this is actually club mix? Is that what you say when you hear a good beat? You're like, this is club mix.
No. I'm trying to think of a way to describe it. Like, this is something I'd, like, head bop to, and not because of the beat, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But that, and of course that was before I read that quote or verse. But yeah, that would be a cool video to make.
Nah, I mean, I think it's just, like, I guess it's interesting for me because, like, I don't really understand, like, why people continue to want to make bad music, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't get it. Like, I think there's so much creativity and stuff to be found in music, especially like today's like kind of thing, where it's just kind of like you said.
Remember, kids, don't do anything creative with your music or any of your talent.
Yeah,
don't apply yourself ever.
And it's just kind of like, why do you want to? I guess fit in so badly. And I think that's just human nature for one. But it's like two. It's just like it's definitely more about the money as well. But I guess I just never understand it personally.
Well, the thing about art that gets popular is that it takes simple ideas and just does a little twist on it.
Yeah, it's not even simple ideas. It's more like
the
wrong idea.
Well, I'm talking about just art in general. You look at Kate,
What are we putting our hands in the air for? Am I missing something?
No, I'm trying to think of a movie example. Like Oppenheimer. They just took a guy in his life, in his biography. This dude read the biography and was like, yeah, I'll just make a movie off of this, and then I'll copy the same flow as the flow in the Book of Daniel, and then boom. Oh, it's so new. This is a new way to tell stories. He took two ideas and put them together, and that's it. That's all he did. That's how popular.
I think it was more about the topic than less the idea. The topic of the movie was like, no one wanted to touch that topic.
Really?
Yeah, no one wanted to sit there and talk about like blowing up a country. Like,
I'm all in.
I know you're all in, but like no one wanted to touch the topic. That's why I think it makes it so great. That's why Christopher Nolan just makes amazing movies, because like he touches topics that no one else wants to touch. Like, because if you do it wrong, that could be the death of your career.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do them wrong. He does it well.
Yeah.
So like that's the only reason. Like, I see what you're saying. Two ideas, but like I think like example could be like I don't know.
Here we go.
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of a Disney movie that's just horrible. The Little Mermaid live action. They took the Little Mermaid and representation and put it into one and called it a day. Yeah, and then you get a movie.
Shallow.
Then you get a movie and it's just like no one likes it because it's just like it's an agenda.
Yeah.
It's an agenda movie. It's not a good movie. So it's just kind of like, it's shallow ideas and things like that. It's like, it doesn't. it just doesn't. I don't understand why people like want to proceed to do that.
Oh, Batman versus Superman. How about this, guys? Take Batman. They can fight Superman. Oh! And they made, like, how many movies did they make after that?
I don't know, like 3, I believe.
That's what I'm saying. The most popular, successful stuff in, like, a wide audience is just simple ideas put together. We may have already seen it before, it don't matter. But more experimental stuff, more, quote-unquote creative stuff, that's more taboo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Honestly, one thing I also like really dislike nowadays is like when people are like, "Look at you trying to be different," and it's so ridiculous because it's like
copycat.
You can be basic as you want, and it's like because I like to express my music opinions all the time. It's like when someone reads music, it's like, but y'all don't know about Mac Ayers, like y'all don't know about Mark, something like that, right? Mm-hmm. And it's all just funny banter to me. But they're like, "Why are you trying to be so different?" I'm like, "Why are you not?"
Yeah.
Why do you want to be like everybody else? Why do you want to sit there and just, I don't know, just if I understand, I see him doing it, so I'm gonna do it too.
The joy of finding a smaller artist is definitely like more impactful than like just listening to what everyone else is listening to. Because then when you put it on and this is the tone of music they like, it'd be like, oh, I've never heard this before.
No, right.
Hold up, turn it up. Because then you unlock a whole new dungeon for them to explore, full of artists.
Yeah, I don't.
14 subscribers, 43. You know what I'm saying? 400 views.
I don't know.
Praise God.
I think it's just I find it super fun to like kind of just allow people to. I guess just allow them to like it's kind of rough because like you don't want to be that kind of guy who you just lets them fall on their face and things like that, like with whoa but yeah,
Screen record.
I know. I'm telling you should play this game.
Nah, for the podcast, we should screen record that.
I don't know how to screen record on this.
I can teach you.
You're going to teach me how to use this dang laptop. I don't know how to use it. I really don't. I literally figured out how to change a background slideshow literally yesterday.
Are you 40 years old?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
I literally am 40 years old when it comes to technology. Maybe that's why I'm different. I'm an old man.
You have a spirit of an old man when you're like... when your mental age goes beyond whatever the stereotype is. That's...
I don't understand him. I don't even understand it myself.
You'll learn eventually. You'll figure it out.
Like, it's kind of just like oh, look at me, I can... I can just, I'm an old man. No, I really am an old man, which is kind of ugh,
Well, when you're a really old man, you're going to be like 500 years old.
I know, at that point, I might as well just...
You're still not going to have, like, gray hair, but you're going to act like you have gray hair. Like you're
at 500 years old, I won't even have gray hair. Suck that, people. You're probably going to be dead by the time I'm 500. Meanwhile, I'll be growing my first gray hair ever.
No, like mentally.
My first gray hair mentally?
Oh, yeah, because white hair is viewed as like a badge of wisdom.
A badge of wisdom?
Yeah, but there's a lot of old people I know who are very, what's the word? Sexually immoral. They're like, I thought it was just like a joke that people would just go on these dating apps just to bang and then move on and have like 5-7 dates a week just banging a different chick. But no, like these people are real and they're 50 years old. And they're running around like I didn't think old people get down like that.
Of course they do. What else have they been doing?
Dude, that's just sad. Like, you're supposed to learn from these people, and then here they are, and they're like, the economy.
The economy. I spend $120 on my dates, but it's the economy's fault.
I feel like you could do a lot if you, like, raise kids right, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the best responsibility to have if you give your kids over to a person who's, like, worthy of teaching them.
That's why we should become monks.
Monks. What's your favorite band artist right now?
My favorite artist right now? Recently, man, I had to come back to Mark. Mark made this new song called Jaybird. It is so good, and it says, I really appreciate songs that can say so little and say so much at the same time. I know that sounds like I'm dissing it, but it's just like the fact that like I can get everything that is being said and like get all the feels and things like that, like I can understand like almost everything that's going on. I'm not like, and it's just
it's a simple song.
It's a simple song, but like you know what it's talking about.
Like, I really like that cake, but sometimes I just gotta go for that muffin. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Like, some songs you just like really need a lot of time to digest, but then other songs are just so simple yet so sweet, and you just can keep listening to them, and it doesn't matter what you get out of it. You already did get something out of it, but it's just done so well. It's executed so perfectly.
It is. It really is.
Like, that's one of the songs in history in your mind.
It really is. Like, I just think it's just way too good. It's way too good, and it's just kind of, I don't know. I just wish more people would know about it, but like at the end of the day, I enjoy it. So like I don't.
Yeah, I like Lita Juice. This guy combined. Okay. Like I like to compare like Christian artists to worldly artists, just to give people who are in the world an idea. Lita Juice is like the Christian Lil Uzi, but he's like definitely not satanic at all. He got that rock and roll vibe going on, and it works so well. Like, I'm not even into rock and roll, but he like really like converted me into that genre. Like, I was like, dang, this actually goes good. He's like, I can't even recreate his style. Like,
no, Lil Uzi.
Because Lil Uzi's new album is like rock and roll and stuff.
It is.
But it's also like rap fused. So it's not really singing, it's a lot of...
It's just a lot of garbage. It's just like a lot of garbage.
But then Lita Juice takes that and makes it calm, and he's like Christian, so it's like not satanic at all, but like you can get like a calm, like a chill little Uzi out of that. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about some Lil Uzi, remakes.
It's not a remake. I'm just comparing his style to Lil Uzi's style, because they're just Lil Uzi is like the 180 of Lita Juice, but Lita Juice does that sort of thing perfect in a gospel way.
Tight. So he's pretty good, is what you said?
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing now. I don't think he hasn't made music in a while, but
don't you hate that when like
when people
don't support a good artist, but people want to support like Travis Scott? Like, yeah. What does Travis Scott have to offer? Nothing.
Yeah, Travis Scott. Someone's like, "Oh, he's Christian. Listen to this song," and then it's like,
but he is not Christian.
Yeah,
but he is far away from Christian.
Like, I get he was on Donda or whatever, but, like, that was, like, a Christian-centered album, so they couldn't really say anything outside of the guidelines.
And then look at Kanye's next album. That is...
It's hilarious. But it's the biggest, like, stumbling block ever. That's part of the reason I wanted to give that thing in the beginning, because he is going to have a hard time, because when you're born again, God's going to judge you for everything you say. So he's going to, after finding Christ, apostatizing from him, and then him dying. He literally made a song on that album about being afraid to die. I can see why. I can't blame him. He's gonna have a really interesting conversation with the Most High when he goes up there. You know, he's just making it harder on himself. That's it. But yeah, and then did you see Northwest drawing
of what? What's that?
Of the album cover? I was like, what? You're subjecting your like whatever old daughter to that, and she's drawing it, and then you post it on Instagram, dude. That I don't know. He definitely got something going on. But yeah, it's just the world. This is what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to, let's see, Psalms 10:13 says, don't view any art by people who have apostatized from God. And that's true, because he turned out, like, the first song, it was the second song I heard after his thing. And then I was like, okay, I shouldn't do this anymore. He said, what did he say? They say I'm anti-Semitic, but I just effed a Jewish chick, and I'm just like,
yep. I'm gonna go ahead and cut you off right there, sir.
All right.
I'm glad to have you by, but we're done. Yep.
Psalms 10:13. That was a big mistake on my part for listening. And let me just give it a chance. Nah.
Nope. We're gonna go with that.
I was like, I was looking at that album cover. I was like, yeah, there's no way he kept up with this whole Christopher song.
No, we're gonna go with the no.
Like, someone could easily just AI generate that little veil on her little. on her crack. They could just AI generated that thing out. Dude, that's messed up. That is a stumbling block for real. I'm surprised they even allowed that, because it's like now like these groups that don't allow NSFW would just post that album cover like it's whatever. Nah, dude, you shouldn't be. That's literally like, that's pornography. Like, that's gotta be
borderline.
No, not borderline. That is like just straight up a butt. Like, that is just
borderline. Yeah, that's borderline. I mean, there's way worse.
Unless you're talking about her borderline, I don't think you are. I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm just talking about the content of the thing is borderline. You know, like porn. You know, so it's kind of like.
I think it is. I'm just saying. Like,
the borderline means it is. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Borderline is like a border.
It's borderline porn.
This one's jumping over the border. This one's like South Park episode.
I feel like there's way worse. I don't really think I'd categorize that as like, you know, like porn, but I definitely say like that's, you know, you're borderline there. You know, you're practically there. You're not far off to say.
Man, he got them screws a little tied. He needs a drill.
Screws a little what?
Screws a little untied.
Screws a little. I just said screws a little tied. I'm like, huh?
Untied. He needs a drill.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe what happened is he got the drill. He put his screws in, and then he accidentally switched it to the other side of the drill and
just started
them out.
Mm-hmm. That'd be the most logical thing that happened. Although Kanye isn't a very logical person.
He went from that one song, I Love It, to Christian, and I was just like, huh, that's a weird switch.
Oh, he's back.
No, he went from, what was that? I'm gonna replace it with duck bars. I'm a sick duck, I like a quick quack. I'm a sick duck, I like a quick quack. I'm a sick duck, I like a quick quack. I like my pond big. I like...
What? What are we going over?
The I Love It song.
If you've heard that, like the video. If you haven't heard that, I'm sorry.
Dislike the video.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know what he's going over. I don't listen to Kanye.
Yeah, that one. Then he just went to Christianity. I'm just like, wow, okay. Praise God. And then he stopped. That's okay. His life, not mine.
Yeah.
I'm just warning y'all, you come back into that complacency. Nah, he's fine. These people become Christian, then they leave, and then they don't believe in anything. Like, it's just weird how that works. They leave and then just, they don't even believe in Jesus anymore. They're just like, I
don't know. It's Kanye. You know, I mean, as much hate as he gets, like, I mean, the guy.
I don't know the guy.
I don't know. You know, I'm not gonna hate him for things he's saying. You know, like, I don't know him. You know, maybe he's going through some. Maybe. You know.
Well, that's why you don't idolize people. I don't care about what he does.
I don't know what he's. You know, I don't know what he's doing. So, like, for me, it's just kind of like, who am I to say something about it? It's kind of just like hopefully he's doing good.
Oh man, it's just the kind of influences he has all around him probably like really set that off, because he was like, for real, like probably one of like the only real Christians. Well, I wouldn't say real because I don't know him personally, but he was like singing about it at least. He wasn't just, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, and then he's like, I'm obeying this chick. Like, he wasn't talking like that in his lyrics.
Mm.
But then he did.
But then he did.
And
then it was not so.
No, I just look
family
at the people
friendly.
around. Yeah, family friendly. I could imagine all these you know, moms subscribing to him after him becoming Christian, and they just see his wife's butt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's an L moment.
Yeah,
It's a certified loss right there. Falling
yeah. I don't know what's
from grace. For
what
sure.
the heck is this?
For those who can't see, it's I'm seeing, and I don't know how to describe this. Think of a snake tongue on Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks, but Alvin is really fat, and he's also walking on 2 sticks, and he's also on a cloud.
What is this? What is this thing?
Oh, and it's a bear.
Oh, and it's a bear. oh. Please. What is? That is gotta be the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's just.
I think it's creative. I'm gonna be honest.
It was creative, but it just doesn't look good.
See, that's called experiment. you just created the whole category of.
It's like Kanye's album.
Well,
it's creative, but it doesn't look good. It does not sound good. Don't get me wrong, Kanye is creative. But it ain't good.
Kanye. Straight from the go, Kanye. Chop up the soul, Kanye. But that's why you don't
listen to Kanye.
I was gonna say something else. That's why you don't make things in the world important, because all that stuff's temporary. You don't know what other people are gonna do in the future. Like that, for example. There's people who probably idolized Kanye, and then he became a Christian, and then they became a Christian, and if they haven't escaped after learning the truth, and then they see Kanye's actions again, they're gonna somehow justify it. This is gonna be a test for some people, is what I'm trying to say. It's either a test between if Kanye really converted them, or if they're converted to Kanye. You see what I did there? They're either following Christ because Kanye followed Christ, or they're following Kanye because Kanye followed Kanye. Kanye is the kind of guy to like his own tweets. That's all I'm gonna say.
Has he ever liked his own tweet?
Maybe.
I've never.
He's probably the kind of guy.
I don't have Twitter.
I don't think it's called Twitter anymore. I think it's called X.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on in the world half the dang time.
That's a good thing. I mean, well, we're supposed to learn about big and small things, but it's just so deplorable. I don't even want to know about it. Like, I'm gonna be honest. This world is just all over. I'm done. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm supposed to look at. If there was something to look at, I'm missing it because I'm not looking at it. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just kind of. I guess it's just kind of ridiculous to me at this point.
Yeah, now I just get news from like overhearing my parents talk. I'm gonna be honest.
For real, like I listened there and I was like, oh, why? Hold on. Yeah, I don't understand like why we're there. You know, as much as like the presidential debate is heating up, I don't really understand like. Because, you know, they say, like, your parents are, like, the ones who influence you voting.
Oh, yeah. They influence me.
And I'm like, you know, as great as that is, I don't really understand how am I going to get influenced by these people? Because, like, they don't even, you know, I guess they just feel like they're one of those, you know, families that think like the government should take care of them. It's like,
I think that's not what's supposed to happen.
Like, I feel like, you know, I understand, like, because we're in the dilemma of, like, we don't want the government to, you know, like, we don't want the government to be in our business, but we want I feel like we should have the government cover the basic necessities. You know, make sure the water's good so we don't die. Just do everything that doesn't make us die.
I think we should vote on if we need to go to war or not.
Oh, yeah.
That way our taxes don't go up even more. Like, that's just step one, please.
Please, can we at least decide?
The reason we went from Ukraine to Israel is probably because the government money launders, and that's how money laundering works. You go from one place for like a month, and then another place for like a month, and now it's a whole other thing. And then I hear, because of how propaganda works, not just with America, but with all politics. By the way, notice that word, politics, many bloodsuckers. They say places like Russia are bad, and then I hear from someone who has been to Russia or knows two people from Russia. So that's a secondhand account saying it's actually like a really good economy and everything's really cheap there and fair, except for some stuff. But of course, no place is perfect. He was just saying, I'd rather live in Russia than here. That's what he's saying. And it sounds ridiculous because of how the media presents Russia. But honestly, if you think about it, that's pretty much just every government. They say, we're the best country, everywhere else sucks. Oh, all our problems, look at their problems. Their problems are so much worse than ours. So you really have to look at it objective. And I'm interested in checking other countries out that America doesn't really want us to, you know, visit, because I'm sure whatever competition they got in terms of population, they wouldn't want those places to take it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think Russia's like a foreign country, I guess, and like I think.
Well, I don't know enough about it.
I don't know enough about it, right? But I don't really see like how America is any better.
Well, economic-wise, America's worse. That's what I'm saying. But they want to propagandize Russia and say we're still better than them. That's not the truth. We're over here with still, green camouflage helmets and stuff, while they're over there in Call of Duty tech suits. And, I can't speak on the living standards, but it's definitely, it just looks, just with the minimum information I have, it definitely looks like a more economically stable location. I can't say anything about any other parts of it. And I did watch this YouTuber who was talking about how bad it is to live in Russia, but that was one account. He was like, "Oh, you're what do you call these people? White monkeys." He was like, "You're a white monkey," and I was like, "Well, what that means is these people who come from America, go into Russia, and then the government treats them well, and then wants them to report back to Americans, telling them, live here, this place is great." That's basically all it is. But, I don't know. I need to hear from someone who's currently living there and then moved to America and say, yeah, this place is better. Because I don't know. People got different values on different things. But, I was placed here in this world, and I guess I'm just going to stay here until anything changes.
No, my plate is to get up out of it.
For sure. I'm just saying it's not like priority number one. Like, whatever happens, happens. So
I think it's priority number, 6 for me.
if I'm going to do that, I'll need the money. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be Russia. I'm saying I could get my own little island in the Pacific. Let's just build a boat and just put a house on it. How about that?
I think if you get on boat,
I think what we should do is have hydraulic generator and it just runs on water. Dude, I just solved electricity.
Yeah.
No, let's have a battery hooked up to a motor, not a motor, a spinny wheel under the waves, and then solar panels on the roof. That way we could just be a house on the ocean and no one can shoot us.
What's that song? Cake by the Ocean.
Oh, yeah. But this cake's gonna be made out of wood and we're gonna walk in it. Dude, what if we just make a 1x1 recreation of the Pentagon and just put it on water?
1 by 1. Let's do that. That'd be fun. I'm sure the government won't have any
I should
questions.
write a book about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to me, baby. That's a good song.
I forgot about that one. Let's lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Oh yeah.
I don't think it goes. I don't think it starts dying. I don't think I'm.
What? Those are the ad-libs? When it gets to the chorus.
Cake,
Let me out!
Cake.
Let me out! Been in here for 3 weeks. They're trapping me in here.
Talk to me, baby.
They're handing me these checks, but I can't go to the bank. This is torture.
They're handing me these checks, but I can't go to the bank. That's a fire bar. That'd be a fire bar.
Dude, what would that mean?
I don't even know. I'm sure it wouldn't mean anything.
Wait a second. Hold on.
They're handing me these checks, but I can't go to the bank. I don't even know. I'm not even ranked. I'm just sitting here, and it's really, really stinks. I don't even know what's going on. But you are my thing. All right.
And then it gets into R&B where it's like a wow. And then it's like...
It's like why you sound like that? It sounds like
That's just how the song goes. Yeah, we could totally like hit up the booth sometime and not go to the bank. Yeah, they handed me these checks and I'm not going to the bank.
Go ahead and go
I'm
home.
rebellious like that.
Go ahead and go home.
I got money, but don't spend it like that. Yeah.
Let's have you going ahead and go home.
Well, when you say that, let's take it in terms of
Let's really dive deep into the sentence, okay? Let's break down the conundrum.
Now, when you say go, do you mean the Webster's 1897
definition?
No.
Are you referencing?
Are you referring to the Cambridge Dictionary? Or whatever.
What do you really think of such a...
See, when you say just let that sink in, are you talking about letting the sink inside, or are you talking about
letting the sink inside? Is the sink knocking at that door right there?
Just let it in.
Are you going to let that sink in is the real question.
I should be a sink salesman. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk up to people's doors. I'm going to be like, here's a verse from the Bible.
I didn't see if I could catch it. Oh my gosh.
You caught it?
I didn't see if I could catch it. I didn't check if I could catch it.
You probably could.
I don't know. I don't think I can catch it. If I can catch it, I'm going to throw myself on a bridge.
You should reload a save.
I can't. I'm too far. Wait, am I too far?
Just make a save. Oh, now you're going to get the clean version. Why is she that way? What Pokemon game is this?
Pokemon Xenoverse.
Okay.
Wait.
Are they gonna do something? Uh-oh.
What do you... That's... It's...
That would have been like...
No way. No way I could have caught it. No way.
That would have been inhumane if you did. Because that would have been a Bambi moment. You would have taken that one's mom away from it. Like what that poacher did in Bambi.
Please don't tell me if I search this up. If I search this
Rip that Band-Aid off. Rip that Band-Aid off.
If I search this up.
No, that's Rapidash.
Oh, you right. You right. You right.
That's not how you spell it. It's with the I.
You right.
Get it? Because rapid.
Shh. Please tell me I can catch this. Catch rate. Oh, where?
Yeah.
No, wait.
Why would this guy comment that in the segment?
Yeah, no. I don't. I'm gonna get that Pokemon. I'm getting that.
Why?
Because it looks cool.
No.
Doesn't that not look cool?
It looks like Jack Frost if he was a woman in a metal rock band.
Why is that actually low-key accurate? That's actually pretty accurate. It's upsetting on how accurate that is.
See, simple.
Why would you ruin it for me? Now I don't want it.
Yeah, you should get something better. You're worth more.
No.
You're worth more than that.
No, you ruined it.
Yeah, good. You're supposed to get something better.
No.
If I were you, I'd get that.
Okay, I couldn't catch it. I have to evolve. I have to get rid of it.
But if I were you, I'd get that Genesis. What's it called? The Pokemon with the UFO head.
Genesect?
Yeah.
Yeah, can't do that in this game.
Do it. No, do it. Really do it. Like, I'm serious. Like, this isn't a question. This is a threat.
This isn't a question. This is a threat. It's got to be one of the worst threats I've ever heard.
Dude, I just come up with
terrible threats. Yeah,
I was just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, this isn't a question. This is a threat.
Dude, I think those are worse than poop bars. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Every time I hear a rap song that talks about diarrhea, I'm just like,
what raps are you listening to? I don't. What are you listening to?
No, I don't have any of those songs right now. Maybe one, but like. There's just a thing in these modern day rap songs, right, that are like mainstream. There's these you look at, I think it was Future. No, it was J. Cole. J. Cole has a song about poop, and it was.
Where do y'all find this terrible music?
We just need to ban any references of fecal matter in these bars. Like, I'm just saying, every time I hear a bar about,
how do we get to the topic of poop?
I don't know. We're talking about Jack Frost.
We're literally just talking about Jack Frost. Now we're talking about poop. That'd be the greatest episode we've ever done. I mean,
yeah. Somehow things just work out.
Working out, debatable.
It really comes down to how you view the world. You know what I'm saying? It really comes down to what you take. Is that Mega Man? They put Mega Man in Pokemon? Are you serious? Screenshot? Or is he an astronaut? Why do they have stuff on their face?
Why are you asking me dumb questions?
That's not a dumb question. Why do they have that stuff?
I'm not the developer. What do you want me to do?
Look at their face. What is that?
I don't know. Ask him.
Take it off.
Take an email.
Okay, give me their email.
Find it.
No.
You asking me like I'm going to go over here and change it in 3 seconds. Like, I can't do that.
Is there an about page in that game?
There's a wiki. Go on the wiki. I don't know. Email the guy.
I'm going to email. Guys, they have metal shards on their faces.
Are you going to keep kicking my desk in my trash can?
Yes, until I find the answer. No way. It's Daft Punk.
Yeah, it looks like it actually.
Xerneas? Xenoverse.
Xerneas? Really? Really? Really?
Her, Asper, the Astra.
He's French or Italian, one of the two.
Oh, he's Italian?
Yep,
I don't think you'll understand.
Well, maybe that's for the best. Do you want this other piece or no?
No, thanks. It's all yours, buddy.
Because I've been waiting. I was going to wait till the end of this episode. I really wanted this piece.
Alright, guys. We're giving you that daily bread today, you know what I'm saying? Holy trenches. No wine. I think grape juice is pretty... I'm more of an apple juice guy. I feel like we should make wine out of apples.
I'm sure there is.
Dude, I'm not 21, so I don't drink it. Oh, man.
You're not 21, so you want to drink apple wine?
Don't repeat what I say, dude. You know it never... It's good.
If only I was 21, I could drink some apple wine.
What would that be called? Just wine? Or do I have to say, like, wine with apples in it? That means I have to say wine with grapes in it.
Wine with grapes in it?
Yeah. Listen.
Are you winning, son?
I don't know. I'm not even playing this game.
Not you, me. I'm winning. I know.
Is that you in the battlefield? That's literally you with your Pokemon fighting these dudes. It has to be. Anyway, what's his name again?
Xeno. Hi.
I'm gonna have to do a whole lesson about touching. Dude, look at your game.
Well.
Look at that game.
What do we?
Nah.
Dude, those beats were so good though. They were so good.
Hey, if you want to hop on the project, let me know after I finish my other project.
Whenever I finish the other project.
Email. Are you gonna like chop and screw this or slow it down?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't understand how this can still play sound if I turn it all the way down. Like, it shouldn't be playing sound.
Well, I don't think you're doing it right.
Well, I don't think you're doing anything right.
I don't know what you're looking at, but like, I don't think that's a volume mixer. I don't understand. Anyways, I was looking at this dude's email address.
Did you find it?
Bandai Namco email claims Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 is in development.
What is that?
Xenoverse.
What's that?
The game you're playing.
I'm not playing Xenoverse. You got the wrong thing.
What are you playing?
Media player.
No, go back. Be honest.
I'm being honest. I'm telling you.
You're gonna go back to your game and you're gonna.
I'm doing. Slow down. Slow down. You're right here. I need you right here, sir. Do you have work tomorrow?
Yeah.
That's not type. That is not it. That is not it. Why do you have work tomorrow?
Because it's Monday.
But like, what if you just don't?
Dude, if I could just like be one of those trust fund kids, like that'd be so perfect.
I know.
I'll take a small loan of $1 million.
I will take 40.
These people have $40 million and they don't even give me one.
For real, like, what do you need all that money? Like, what do you need all that for?
No, we gotta spread the wealth. You know what I'm saying? You got these
hooligans.
Yeah, you need to treat, well, not the hooligans. You need to get the right people donated to the right, from the right people with money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the people like socialism must work, but I feel like you need to only donate. You need to give your money to people who actually could do good with it.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I give my money to the government? You know what I'm saying? See, I wish Paul wasn't such a square, because he's like, that's why we pay taxes. And I'm like, oh, if you didn't say that, I could get exempt from my religious beliefs.
If you just didn't say.
I know how to fix it. You want to see this? With two inputs. Wait!
Brad's gonna be like 4 hours later, gonna be like, what the heck were we doing?
You frisked my hair up.
I don't even touch you. You yell preemptively before anything happens. It'll be like a gunshot. 80 miles away.
Panic in the street.
Guys,
stop, drop, and roll.
Run! We're gonna get cooked. Yeah, we might actually die.
Don't worry. It's just fireworks.
But that is not type.
Is type like a mixing between tithe and hype?
Mm-hmm.
Tithe and hype. Someone's gonna name their kid Type. I feel like that'd be really funny. Type.
I am not naming no kids that.
Type. Who are you married to? Type. You know, like type every day, right?
I do type. You be type? You don't do type?
Occasionally. Anyways, this episode isn't going anywhere. Let's see, story arc completed. Story arc completed. Stop. How do I say help in Morse code?
Well, we appreciate you guys for joining us in this episode. We'd love for you to come back on another day, another week of We Still Don't Know What to Call This
All right, Uncle Ruckus.
podcast.
You need to take
Out!